Happy holidays! Welcome to the 12 Days of Red Chuck. It is day 11. We're still going strong. We're still having a lot of fun. And we're working on some fun stuff for the finale tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But for now, we've got the usual. We've got some music to share. And today, your song comes from the band Pique Pique Pique. You know, just like when you were a kid playing guns. Pique. It is a song titled...
That was pew pew pew.
Pew pew. It depends on the caliber, actually.
Okay.
So, or if it's lasers or, you know. Anyway, Pique 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 is the band. The song is Roommate, and it comes from their EP Expedition Denied. The title of the EP and the project all together comes from the fact that, well, they couldn't tour last year. So they instead got together with some friends at Bengal Cat Sound Studio and did a little acoustic style rock recording of a couple of songs. It's more of what Pique 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 does. If you're not familiar, they do a lot of silly, fun punk rock songs, and it's really that kind of stuff. This song is, again, Roommate, and it's really all about being a bad roommate, you know, stealing your friends' beers and that sort of a thing, but also feeling kind of bad about it, so not a terrible roommate. So yeah, check that out. Roommate by Pique Pique Pique. That's your tunes. Our other share today is a guest. We have another guest for you today, so let's go to that now, shall we? Magical guest transition. Woo! All right, well, welcome to my guests, Jess Nelson and Chuck Nelson. They are known for just, so many things. You can find them all over the place here in Niles and on the internet, making content, doing good things for the community. And so we're here to talk to them a little bit about what they're doing lately. So welcome, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us. I have to say that yesterday's episode was my favorite. I loved the dance party, so I'm really excited to be able to be a part of it.
Awesome. Yeah. We've been having fun.
Good
times. Yeah. I will not feed you any cake pops because
It's okay, I'm good.
They're not great. But yeah. So
feed us beer instead.
Yeah. So we feed you beer and wine.
Perfect.
So yeah. So what are you guys working on lately? You know, you've got so much creativity. The blog, the various online shows.
So the latest creation is the Nelson Family Radio Hour, which you can find on Facebook and YouTube. Music, stories, and swearing for the entire family. And thank you too for Justin and Kristen for being on there this last Monday.
Yeah, for sure. That was a lot of fun.
A great interview with you two, and then there's we have interviews with people. Jess and Henry, otherwise known as the Mayflies, play music for us. Sometimes there's other musical guests, and then we intersperse other things, like What's the Big Deal elements, which is one of our other creative endeavors. And so it's just kind of more of a variety talk show style thing that we just thought it would be fun to do and help, maybe inspire other people to create.
And that's exactly it. And I think what's so much fun about it is it came out of, we kind of had this idea, but then it came out of the open mic night, right? And so the open mic night was happening down at the Node throughout the summer, and it was such a wonderful community and space of musicians coming together. And so that's where Henry our son Henry finally, sorry Nick.
I think it's the cat, not you.
Yeah.
But that's where Henry finally felt comfortable on stage, right? And so then things transpired, and the person who was organizing it was no longer able, so we kind of stepped in and tried to do it, but that wasn't our thing, and it just felt awkward, and it wasn't quite right. We're not open mic night producers, but we're we can do radio show. Yeah. We can absolutely do video and radio, so that's where we went with it.
It's kind of like I like to think of it as a poor person's Muppet Show, right? So we just kind of have we never until we press go, we're still just kind of figuring out what we're doing and who's going to be on there and how it's going to work, and so then but once those the lights come on, it's time to start the show, and I think it all comes together.
Make whatever happens. It's a nice variety show kind of a feel to it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we wanted it to be. Is just kind of like not only for like we're really good at producing things and making shit happen, but we don't want it to just be us.
Yeah.
And we want it to be this venue, this showcase for people from all over, like whether it's Niles or anywhere else, and they can call in and they can share their art or their creation or their music or whatever it is. And I mean, you kind of said it before, like maybe like a Prairie Home Companion kind of feel to it, right? So where it's kind of like we want to make it bigger and more inclusive.
But with swearing.
But
Exactly.
with swearing.
And not with that guy from Prairie Home Companion.
No, not him.
No. Yes, I don't like
No,
him.
He's
Well,
not allowed.
Noah's our Garrison.
That's our equivalent.
Yeah, well, he's better than Garrison Keillor
Definitely,
anyway.
definitely.
That's the world I want to live in. Where
Yeah.
yeah.
That checks out.
And so I mean, so Noah, who helps us out, and with that stuff, he also works with my older brother on another project called Retro Strange, and so it's a 24/7 online streaming site where Noah scours the internet for the most rare
Is
and
it the dark web?
absurd. It's not the dark web. Noah's not allowed in the dark web anymore. But it's to find some like the most ridiculous things, and then we show them once a month at a movie night downtown Niles. But also they stream live on RetroStrange.tv, and it's things like you've seen from like Vincent Price movies that are in the public domain to last night we had a double feature. We watched Santa Claus vs. the Devil, which is a 1959 film from Mexico that had lots of asbestos snow, and then Santa Claus Conquers the Martians from 1964, I believe. So it's just fun stuff like that, and just
And the Christmas tradition of 24-hour streaming of donuts.
the donuts. So
Yep,
tune
which is
into
amazing.
Retro
The
Strange.
donuts. We haven't watched that in a while.
I've seen that though.
Yeah.
That's actually inspired me. I absolutely want to open up a donut shop in Niles, and I'm going to call it Ulysses Donuts after that.
We do need a donut shop.
We do need a
Yes,
donut
we do.
shop. So
I need a donut right now. So
Yeah.
sorry, we failed. We should have brought donuts.
Cake take's way more expensive than donuts.
But you can't eat it.
Yeah, that's true. True. So yeah, and that's other than I run On Base Productions. Jess has now back down to one full-time job. Of course she's a city council person, and so and we have 2 kids that we homeschool. So there's always
Stuff going on.
Yep.
Well, and the thing, and it's right in the name of the Family Radio Hour,
Yeah.
but I love that both with What's the Big Deal and the Nelson Family Radio Hour, that it is a family thing, and you guys seem to be collaborating together. It's great to see, like, when you guys re-aired The Actor the other day,
Yes, yeah.
it was awesome to see everyone on there again.
Yeah.
It's a cool collaboration between the family. Like, what does that look like at your house when you're all coming up with these ideas?
That's
with the
what's
kids?
super fun about it,
Yeah.
is that it's not over. So there's this tension between how much should we prepare and how much do we just riff. And so the kids are always pitching ideas, and it's amazing because they're funny. Like, and so they'll just be like, they'll write it down. So this next iteration that we're going to start next year is going to be, here's a camera. Don't wait for us.
Yeah.
Make the stuff happen, right?
Yeah.
So they have enough skills now that they can do it.
And
So
Henry has his own laptop now, and
he's editing. Yeah.
So it's- yeah.
But yeah, so the process is all riffing off of each other. So
Yeah.
like it starts, I don't think we've ever written a script proper for anything we've done. It starts with, wouldn't it be funny if
Yeah.
somebody said this thing? And then that turns into this whole story. And then it usually changes by the time we start shooting, and it's like, oh, well, we can't make that happen, but we can make that happen. So let's do this. And then the kids come up with whatever during the moment, and it's just like, and then he edits it, and all of a sudden it's like this cute piece of like
Yeah.
amazing stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I love that.
I think the best example is the Halloween show
Yeah.
from 2020
It was
of
beautiful.
What's the Big Deal, which you can go on YouTube and look for it. But because that was all just like there was elements from Henry and Everett and even my brother Phil and then her sister down in Virginia, and it was just kind of an all around family production that
Yeah.
was just
Everybody,
super fun to do.
yeah, everybody
And again,
played a
there
role
was-
of some sort.
There wasn't a plan per se. It was just like, well, let's just go film this today and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I
That's
love
awesome.
it. It's so cool because they're at the age, especially your kids are at that age where they have so many ideas. I remember being their age and just having a new idea every half an hour and having no idea how to
Yeah.
make it reality. And
Right.
you guys are giving them that gift of, here's how you do this.
Yeah.
We'll help you, or do-it-yourself, here are the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
see the difference. Like that's, I mean, I think that empowerment of I can have an idea and I can make it happen, whether it's in the creative or if it's like Everett puts together video game plans, right? Like he'll map out and draw things and then go try to tinker and put them together. So
Yeah.
like it just gives them that that inspiration and confidence that they can do that. So
Awesome.
we love it. It's the life.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, okay, cool. So that is a little bit about what you guys are about. But the whole concept of the 12 days this year has been sharing, especially things that have, it's been a challenging year or two, but we're trying to share things that have made us feel good and given us some fun or joy or distraction. And so we've been sharing some music. I've been sharing some other things. You guys are the thing today. But now you have the opportunity to share a thing yourself, if you would like.
I mean, I'm just music, right? Without music, it's always
Music is life.
yeah. And so the friend group chat that we have, say Alice was making music right there.
Alice jingling her
Yeah.
bells there.
Some, yeah.
And so the friend group chat that we have, one of the things that's been more so this year than I think we started it in 2020, but more so this year, the new music that people have dropped in that chat that I've never ever heard before.
Yeah.
And it's just exciting to go down those rabbit holes and then, just go from there. Like especially that No No Boy album that you recommended, and then there was what's the Church of the Skull or whatever. I can't remember what that one is. That Travis and Justin. Henry.
Yeah.
Skull.
Yeah,
Church-
yeah.
That's, I mean, just it's stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's really what I've been super grateful for. And then they get to listen to it because I turn it all the way up in my office at home, and so then yeah. But it's mostly been John Prine lately.
It has been done.
Yeah, I had a ton of that album. That's great. Yeah.
Trying to think.
I mean, you could say Alice too. That's
Alice,
Alice brings
yeah.
a lot of joy to a lot of
She
people.
does bring a
so,
lot of joy to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm not even plugging myself, but my blog that I've been writing has brought me a lot of joy this year, exactly for what you're saying. Like you just get down and you get stuck in a rut and everything. And I love writing, and I've always wanted to do something like that. And I was always so scared because I'm like, nobody will want to read what I write. And then if they read it, they're going to judge me and all this stuff. And so I kind of put all that aside. And so it's been very therapeutic to write that weekly blog. But then almost every week that I've published it, someone has reached out and said, this sentence made a difference, or this thought or this idea did this for me. And it's just it's been so rewarding and so, I don't know, validating, I guess, to know that just by sharing your own authentic experience can make a difference for other people and their experience. So I've been very grateful to have that venue and that readership.
Yeah, no, I am a regular reader of your blog. Every time it comes out, I'm right on it, and I too have been inspired on a number of occasions by just your honesty about life. It's fantastic.
And swears.
And swears. And swears.
There's a
Always,
theme here.
always with the swears. Yeah.
Pilates, swears.
Swears. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, all of it, always with the swears.
Well, all right. Well, thank you guys for coming out.
Thank
Enjoying
you.
the 12 days. It's been a lot of fun, and happy holidays.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah.
Yay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas. All right, thank you to Jess and Chuck, and thank you to you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with what we hope will be a big finale. We're working on it. We're trying. Nick's helping us out, so we're gonna see how that goes.
He looks suspicious.
He does look suspicious. Nick's always a little nervous, but it's all right. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow. It's gonna be a good time. So until then, take care. Happy holidays.